What's good, people? Check the reasoning. Now, Vybez Kartel won his appeal by the Privy Council. Basically, what they were saying is this, right? Even though there was a jury tampering, who it benefited because we heard the voice note of the man offering money to other witnesses. Sorry, we heard the so-called bad juror was offering money to other juror members to bribe each other to release certain individuals, right? To make sure everyone vote not guilty. It's all public records. You could see it. But what the Privy Council is basically saying with that bad juror, with that rogue juror, that juror should have been dismissed. And come to my knowledge, I didn't realize that juror wasn't dismissed. If you have a rogue juror, that juror is supposed to be dismissed. No, but apparently that juror wasn't dismissed from the proceedings. So that's where the unfair trial comes in. Now, it doesn't matter who that juror was bribing or who benefited from that rogue juror, because you have to have a rogue juror to benefit someone in a case, right? A rogue juror has to be like, is he benefiting Kartel and his team? Is he benefiting the whoever the prosecution or whosoever is going to benefit? Now, that juror should have been excused, right? It doesn't matter if he's guilty or not, you know. It's just an improper procedure that took place. And he should have been excused to me as anyways. But it doesn't matter if he's guilty or not, as what I say, right? By the end of the day, it's like this. When the Privy Council agreed that, oh yeah, that juror should have been excused. That was the whole argument. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they take in consider the evidence and this and that, but at the end of the day, it was a trial, and the trial itself, you can't argue the difference. It was misconduct, but check, it was misconducted. It was a misconduct trial. But you have to understand, this is a third world country, you know. That's probably like Jamaica don't have the best, like when it comes on to morality in these type of thing, they don't really have the best subjugated matter of handling these type of cases. A high profile case, as a matter of fact, of that caliber. Not the little gangster man, them the Tesha and them little man and the black man trial. No, like them on the big still, but nah, I mean for the island, yeah, but for the judicial system, but that's in like a high profile one that everyone across, like say Europe and North America knows. Kartel is an artist, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, improper proceedings happen in the trial. We could argue back and forth on X, Y, and Z and da 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 da, and if he's guilty or not. That will, like, the Privy Council agreed that there was but the appeal, he won the appeal at the end of the day, right? So where do we go from here? Is he going to be released, or they're going to give him another trial? My guess is they'll give him another trial before they let out the world boss. They'll give him another trial. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with how him influence the youth and him so powerful and but no. Them tell us like idiot Gaza people that are stupid and don't know better. Nah. This particular trial, right? It had so many like evidence as well. But at the same time, the trial itself was mishandled, it wasn't conducted what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't conducted in the most disciplinary manner. Because someone's life is on trial. By the end of the day, like, John public don't really care about the evidence. They care about, oh, this happened and that happened and them have framed the world boss because I'm support. Nah, Kartel never make thriller. You know what I mean? But what I said before in another video that I done, the evidence was mounted up against him, yes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you could search online and see the evidence mounted up against him. But at the end of the day, right, I wanted him to go. I wouldn't say to go free per se, but I was like, okay, yeah, free world boss, because you know why? I want to see the system turn up. Too much these politicians and these judges and these lawyers in that country. Too much mishandling of trials in general. And it's a perfect example. I want him to go free because I want to see the whole system turn up upside down right now, and that's what's gonna happen. The whole system's gonna turn upside down right now. You understand? The whole all the minister, suit and tie, jacket and tie, everything is gonna be upside down right now because you mishandle a trial and the UK Privy Council, like it or not. They subsequently said, okay, yeah, he needs to have he needs to have another trial, or they're gonna let him free. At this particular time, we don't know what's gonna transpire. We're just gonna have to wait and see for itself. So the Gaza boss get him away. You understand? So yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like we just have to wait and see because we don't know what's gonna transpire. Because what type of appeal was it? A jury appeal, a court appeal, a trial like there's so many appeals, like we don't even know which one. All we hear is appeal. Was it a murder appeal? Was it a trial appeal? Was it a jury appeal? Like there's so many different appeals. We don't even know what appeal it was. All we heard about is appeal. You understand? So we can't argue the fact that we don't know per se. But the world boss, he might go touch road the way I see it. He might go touch road. Might go touch road. And I hope these lawmakers, these politicians, because wait, is that country have some old school English laws that like they don't even have a proper gun law. They don't even have a man get charged with gun and then within a week later them they can take a walk on the road and them have to turn it back to court. You can't give in a country like that, right, where the murder rate is so high. You cannot make man go back on road and put because that's the law. Them laws that hasn't changed. The criminal law in that country has not changed for the last 6 decades. 6, 7, 7, 8 decades. They haven't changed. So sometimes it's not even the criminal's fault. It's the lawmaker's fault because it benefits them. It benefits, it benefits who them benefits at the end of the day. Because them full of corruption just to see them. Them corrupted even more than, more than most people in that island. They're more corrupted than any of these politicians. And that's why I said I wanted him to go free, because I want to see the whole system turn over. Not because he's guilty or not. I want to see the whole system just turn over. Is the laws going to change because of this? Is because the thing about this, when they start changing laws to mandate certain things, everyone's secret get unfold. That's why they haven't changed none of the laws. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, I wouldn't say the thing is here. See, Holness a benefit from his pocket and his fellow cronies' pockets, and you can't blame him as a politician. No. Other country, we're not talking about other country, and no. It's a small island of 3 million people, Jamaica, 2.8 or less than 3 million, or whatever you want to break it down. Probably 3 miles. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's around 2.89 or something like probably 3 million right now, like give or take within the next 5 years. So at the end of the day, it's like, yes, those politicians' heads are going to be rolling. Those lawmakers' heads are going to be rolling because they know the system is, and they're not changing the law. So is the law going to change because of this? I wanted him to go free to see what's going to transpire. You understand? And did he get a fair trial? The jury should have been dismissed. What constitutes a fair trial? There's loads of procedure, there's guidelines for a trial, there's procedures, there's policy for a trial, there's loads of different things that a trial has to follow to make it at least a couple for that individual that's been on trial. So we don't know what exactly will transpire after this ruling, but it's very interesting. I would like to see what transpires more. So the Gaza boss, my chance time, and there's some other few, them get them appeal. But will they be released? Will they be free? The Gaza people have, oh yes, my artist guy, but got touch road. Well, it's doing with certain people, right? They don't read, they don't understand, they just hearsay, they don't, oh, what was he gonna, or what evidence A, evidence B, evidence C, they don't look at, they just said, oh, them set up the man and... by right, the trial was flimsy anyway, but every trial is flimsy at a certain point. Every trial at a certain point is flimsy. But at the judicial, this is what the law of the land and judicial system needs to change, because the laws, what they have, like some old school laws, as what I said. But yeah, the Privy Council do them thing. Listen, But are people talking about they should get rid of the Queen? Listen, that country has one of the highest murder rate, low GDP. They haven't got no proper commodity besides tourism. They haven't got no like proper resources that they export out, like Trinidad have oil, Venezuela. They haven't got the Guyana have, they haven't got no proper commodities to export out the country. You understand? So the only thing Jamaica has is tourism. Have they got any value research resources? Or the cockpit country on the bauxite. Listen, just I want to see the system turn up. And if him have to go free, make him go free. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, it was a flimsy. I mean, to me, it wasn't really a flimsy trial, to be honest with you. But certain things wasn't, and Kartel had the money for fight this type of thing. You understand? Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, I want to see how this going to transpire, how the system going to flip on them head. You know what I mean? Because all the time them do one bag of stupidness. And politician boy, they're going to get for them turn too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, that was my technical reason. I'm going to do another part of this because it's a big news, you know what I mean? But I'm going to do another segment on this as well at the end of the day. But what as the guys are fan them say, free world boss, if we come out touch road. You know what I mean? That's what the thing said. Evidence or not, them people don't care about none of them things that. None of them don't read, they don't understand what. They don't even seek evidence. They never look on that. And all them know is, oh, them set up the man and Chum so powerful. And anyways, that was my just technical reasoning thing, yeah? Alright, then I'm going to do a follow-up video on that as well. Anyways, yo, one life, one love.